Scroll and soar, congratulations. Another day, another book in the Bible. We just read Nahum, and I want to jump into it, move quickly. I want to look at chapter 2, verse 6, where Nahum, he announces judgment against Nineveh, the capital of Assyria. And this is the same city that received mercy in Jonah, if that sounds familiar. But later, they returned to violence, cruelty, and arrogance. And Nahum, he reminds us that God is patient, but he is not passive towards evil. Nahum says something so intriguing here. He says the river gates are opened, and Nineveh's water defenses, they actually might have played a role in the city's fall. Nineveh, they were protected by walls, gates, rivers, canals, but they had a defensive water system that made the city seem untouchable. And Nineveh, in the spirit, pictures the river gates opening and the palace melting away, turning Nineveh's strength into the sign of collapse. The one thing Nineveh trusted as defense became part of the picture of its downfall. I remember hearing a story in 2012 about hackers breaking into Dropbox, the online storage website, and the way these hackers broke into this massive digital infrastructure with millions and millions and millions of users was they got through an employee's They got in with an employee's reused password that was in another breach. And this led to millions of users' credentials to be exposed. Ultimately, one weak gate created a massive collapse. One crack in the wall created a massive collapse. So what you trust as your strongest defense can become the place where God exposes your pride. We got to ask. I know we hate asking these questions. We got to self-reflect right here. What you rely on so heavily that you rarely submit to God. Ask what you rely on so heavily that you rarely submit to God. And don't confuse feeling protected with being surrendered. Let God search the places you think are too secure to be vulnerable, because no wall is strong enough to protect pride from the judgment of God. Love y'all. See you in the discussion room.